Oxfordshire is a very special corner of the world. Like most of Britain's counties, it's predominantly rural by geographic proportion, with the rivers Thames and Cherwell coursing through its subtly changing landscape. The county is crisscrossed by a fine network of largely ancient rural roadways, a source of sheer delight to the motorist. So it's barely surprising that high-performance motor companies have set up shop here, as indeed has Jeremy Clarkson. Who could blame him? Now, Chris is engaged in the Cherwell Swifts Conservation Project with clearly stated aims: to identify and protect swifts' nest sites in the Cherwell district, to encourage the creation of new swifts' nesting places in suitable sites, and to foster local interest in swifts and the risks they face. Chris suggested I find out more about the project by meeting someone called Sue Marchant at the Cherwell District Council. I was beginning to realise that conservation required some considerable organisation. So I ventured to the council's HQ at Boddicott to meet with Sue, custodian of something called the Biodiversity Action Plan.
The Council's Biodiversity Action Plan includes several key aims, working very closely with policy planners and with development control planners to make sure that biodiversity is considered at both the policy level and at the planning application level. Obviously ensuring that policies within other council strategies are included for biodiversity, for instance within a housing strategy or the rural strategy. We support a number of organisations such as the RSPB. We also look to manage the council's estate, both land and buildings, in the best way possible for wildlife, and obviously in connection with the Swifts project by installing Swift boxes on some of the council's properties.
I soon understood why Chris had insisted I met with Sue. The plan isn't some inch-thick document languishing in a filing cabinet at Council HQ. It's a genuine mobilisation on the part of the Council, giving our furry and feathered friends a decent chance. Sue went on to explain specifically how she's helping Chris.
All the information about the Swifts nesting sites, first of all, is made into an electronic layer of information by the Thames Valley Environmental Record Centre, and then it's made available to the Council's ecology officer and planners, so that when planning applications come in that affect nesting sites, then the Council can request that they are left unaltered or that alternate provision is made nearby.
There's an evil, gas-guzzling global warming sceptic somewhere within me whose blood runs cold at the thought of some not-so-nice person as Sue calling a halt to an enormously costly development on account of a database entry marked "A Swift once lived here." But in reality, that's not what happens. In the case of swifts at least, developers have extremely low-cost options for ensuring the birds can continue to nest where they've often been breeding for decades. Here was a glimpse of well-organised conservation, but how much of a dent it could actually make in the swift's decline, it was hard to say. Certainly, I'd found an important piece in the Save the Swifts puzzle.